Hi, and welcome to Behind the Mic. My name is Cynthia Mwangi. Now, today I'm having quite a privilege to host someone who is not just my friend, my colleague, but also my boss. However, I have known her for more than 10 years. It's a bit of a strange place to be in, but I am loving it, to be honest. Having grown this far and seeing how great and how hard she has worked to get to where she is. Today, I am seated here with one Namsi Kwamboka, AKA Nana, aka the diva, the one and only.
I have struggled with a lot in my career. Mumama ambaye mimi nimeinspire huko Nyamondo South Mugirango, huko Kitutu Masaba kwetu, huko Kitutu Chache, wapi ule mama anasikiza Egesa na anasema Nana amefanya kipindi mzuri. Huyo mama yuko Facebook, Cynthia. Sometimes even the people you eat with from the same plate are the ones who stab you in the back. 7 years ago, our son went got an accident. My son had hit his head so hard on the cabro, and then he went into coma immediately, and we had to rescue him, like from the scene to the hospital.
Good morning, my dear.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Unajua interview ni ngumu
sana but tutajaribu. Yes, we will make it the best.
Kwa sababu watu hawajui, nita pretend. Who is Nana?
Okay. Nana is girl next door. I am a journalist by profession. I am a wife and a mother of 3.
Yes.
Yes.
That is it.
That is me, Nana. When we talk about my work, I am a radio presenter, I am a radio creative, and I am a programs manager.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
And you are not always, from where I know you, I remember when we were back in college.
Yes.
Is this where you wanted to land?
And did you say we were in college together?
It was like, when we were in college together.
Yes. Me and Cynthia, we were in the same college, by the way. And then we ended up here together.
Imagine.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's interesting how life works.
And here we are. I told you we need to celebrate our friendship.
We should have celebrated when we did 10 years.
Yes.
We were not serious.
Now, when we do 15. Because we are almost there.
No, I think we're already there.
We are actually there.
I think we're already there.
Yes. I know, right? Yeah. So tutapiga sherehe.
Tutapiga sherehe.
Yes.
Swali. How, away from being in radio,
yes,
because mostly that's where most people start. It's like, oh, I started as an intern.
Yes.
Of
course, I started as an intern.
Yeah, but
yes.
I want to go back to the formation of who Nana is. Because even when I met you in college, you were very firm and very aggressive. You knew exactly what you wanted.
Yes.
Is that how was your background when you were growing up?
Oh, I loved to watch television when I was growing up. And the late Kasavuli, may her soul rest in peace, she used to inspire me a lot. I can tell you, I used to watch Kanzedena, them days when she was in KBC. And I felt like, yeah, this is where I want to be. There is a time when I felt like I wanted to do air travel. I actually applied for a college in London, and I got an admission to study air travel and tourism. Yes, I still have that letter up to today.
It is a very
and
good
then
one.
I lost my dad.
Oh, yeah.
So I was not able to go to London to study. So during that time when we lost our dad, a lot happened, and I actually had to work in a shop in Kisumu, a wholesale store where we were selling like domestic stuff like unga, soap, you know, the normal stuff that we use at home.
Yeah.
So that time I loved to read newspapers. So I saw an advert for a college, and then I said, yeah, I wanted to do air travel, but I also had a passion in media. So I said, why not let me try it? Because I wanted to go to the main college where people used to go to study media, but I was not able to get a chance there. So I applied for this one that I saw on the newspaper. And then, yeah, one day I was called from my shags because, you know, after my dad had passed, a lot had happened during that time, and we were not that stable. There was a lot of confusion. So when I applied that college, I used my shag's address. And then I got my mom was told that there is a letter here for Nancy. And then that's how I happened to join college. To do a diploma in mass communication. Yeah, and then later on I came to I went to KBC for my internship. I was doing TV production. I was working with my mothers in media, Josephine Karani and Rachel Nakitare. They trained me in TV production, and then I did another application for internship in Royal Media because I so much wanted to be in radio, not TV. As much as I used to watch Kasav and Kanzedena, yep, I loved them on TV. Yeah, so it drew me to journalism, but my passion was in radio. So you see that inspiration that I was getting from them, and then with my passion mixed together, and then I joined radio. I came to Royal Media in 2007. I was an intern in Egesa, Egesa FM, broadcasting in Ekegusi. I take you back a bit. I grew up in Kisii and I grew up in Luo land.
Yes, you did.
So I am multilingual. I can speak Luo fluently and I speak Ekegusi fluently. By the time I was coming to Royal Media for my internship in Egesa FM, I was like, will I even speak Ekegusi
properly? Yet you were speaking it.
Yet I was speaking it. But I was like, yes, I can do it. Why not? And my late dad used to speak to us in Ekegusi. So I knew Ekegusi. And because I went to school in Luoland as well, I knew Luo. So I still do. So I said, yes, I will do my best. And when I came to Egesa FM, the head of radio then was Alice Chai. And Alice happened to know my dad. When I introduced myself, she was like, yeah, I know your dad. And your dad was a fan then when KBC used to do 1 hour per language. So we could do Luo for an hour and then Kisii an hour, Kuria that way, when those days when KBC was the only one that had the vernacular. So she was like, no, you can't speak Ekegusi. I know where you grew up. If you are really the daughter of who you told me you are, you cannot. I told her, try me. Try me. And and you know that time many people were shy from joining vernacular.
Especially because you are modern, you're upbeat, you're from a modern college, you're very young and flourishing.
So many people were shy from joining vernacular media. And I was like, I'm up to the task. If I can't get the English speaking stations, the Swahili speaking stations, and there is this radio that broadcasts in my native, why not? So I took it up and I did my internship for 3 months. After that, I was given more tasks, and then we went to the elections, 2007, and then we went to the post-election violence, and that time, you know, there was a lot of work, and I kept on doing, my internship was like extended every 3 months, so I kept on doing it, and one day I landed a job here as a radio presenter. Just like that. Just like that.
And so now your journey actually started.
Yes, but it did not come that easy. Remember, during post-election violence, we really used to work a lot.
Longer hours.
Longer hours. Sometimes some people have gone to the field, and the ones who are in the studio have to extend to cover the rest of the time when the other people are out for assignment. And then later on, I remember when I could be given a show now, I was a bit stable and I was now confident on the mic. So I started doing a radio show. By myself.
Alone?
Alone.
How did that feel?
Very nice. Can I make you laugh sometimes? I could look at the clock in the studio. It's 7:10. And then when you speak in my native, instead of saying it's 7 p.m., I could say it's 1. I don't know how I used to read that.
You were translating it.
Yes.
You were reading it in mother tongue.
Yes. I think it was in
some form of mother tongue.
I don't even understand how. But with time, I learned and then, became perfect. And then that was it. And that's how Nana was born. Nana Ediva.
Ediva. How did you come up with that name?
You know, when I was an intern, my colleagues used to say, this girl, she's an intern, but look at the way she dresses. She dresses like she's the presenter. Even her handbags, look, she's like a diva, like, you know. And I was like, yeah, I'm a diva.
You were just intimidating
people.
The
diva bit, I took it so positive, and I was like, I'm a diva.
And so you went with it.
And then I went with it.
So you continued becoming a presenter.
Yes.
You became a really good presenter.
Yes.
And then somewhere in there, things changed.
I went to Radio Creative. Yes. I went to Radio Creative. I did creative for Egesa FM. I was the creative lead for Egesa FM. I did creative for Ramogi FM, and I did creative for Citizen FM, Citizen Radio. Yeah, my duties, my responsibilities were to develop proposals, activation proposals for our clients, and also do scripting and do presentations to client, take client briefs, and a lot more that I was doing. So during that process, I also learned how to work now with people outside Egesa FM, because Egesa we speak Ekegusi.
Yes.
So now you see here, I was meeting the Luo speakers again. I know Luo, that was an advantage because I know their culture and their tradition, and I have interacted with them. Remember when I was in high school, I was with Luos because I went to school in Luo land. Yes. And then for Radio Citizen, again, working with the radio presenters there was very interesting. And of course, meeting the clients and people from different professions, people from different cultures. Yeah, that was really very helpful.
So right now you're in creative and still presenting.
Right now,
did you put a pause at that point?
I did not put a pause.
So you were doing the two of them concurrently?
Yes, actually when I was in Radio Creative, I was deputizing the head of radio then, Alice Chai, because I was always at work, always available. When anything is needed, Nana could do it. This is, no, just look for Nana. And then, you know, I was hands-on.
Yes.
So during that time, in 2013, Alice Chai left to vie for the post of woman representative in Nyamira County when devolution came that time. So yes, that's how Nana became head of radio.
Just like?
Boom.
Because Nana was always
experienced,
and available.
Ready, always available.
Always. Ready to solve. In creative. What else was left?
So that's how I got my position as head of radio, because boss looked left, right, center, was like, who else can do this job? It's Nancy. That's Nana. Yes. Mail came. Nana is the head of radio.
Just like that. How did you feel?
Very good. From an intern to a head of radio. That's a milestone.
A very big one.
Yes. And then during that, my first task as head of radio was a roadshow. And it was not a small roadshow. It was a serious roadshow. That time we were launching, it was, I think, civic education for voting. It was voter civic education that time. And RMS was doing across the country, the civic education. And, you know, we have a number of vernacular radio stations, and each station was doing in their region. So that time, Egesa was on circuit number 1. You've been appointed as head of radio. And now, task number 1. Circuit number 1. It's a national campaign. Yes, and you need to deliver. I remember we were at Uhuru Park. Yeah, Uhuru Park. That's where we launched live on television. Yes. When I was appointed head of radio, and our chairman SK Masharia was there, and he called me live on TV. I was there. He said, "This is the head of radio, Egesa FM, na tunaenda Kisii." Yes. My friend, hakuna mahali ulikaa ukajiuliza afu umeenda nyumbani like guy. Sikushtuka, juu nilijua. Sikushtuka. Okay, ni kidogo lakini nilijua. Kwa sababu Cynthia, when you know what you can do, when you know what you have done, and you still know and believe what you can do, uweze shtuka. Yeah, because you are always ready for the task. And even people were like, how? Nana, this girl who just came the other day. Because then there were people who had been there for a longer period. Yes, even so my colleagues. They're looking at you as like, what is this small girl? Akamwanaka. Gacha moisondega. How? You know? And I'm like, yes, it's me. Zoya boss. Zoya boss. And then tukachapa hiyo road show kabisa. Mpaka SK came, chairman came, SK alikuja. Tukapiga road show kubwa sana Kisii with my team, Lawrence, Donya, Doris, now woman representative Kisii County, myself, the comedians. Tukapiga road show, bonge la road show.
Because lazima ingebidi too.
It was big. And that time, chairman came, he was with us, and he supported schools. Chairman supported schools in Kisii County, and Nyamira shule huko South Mugirango, akapeana pesa kwa mashule. I remember there was a school called Nyakeyo DB, tukapeana pesa huko. Etago Primary, tukapeana pesa. Kisii Primary, tukapeana pesa. Na ujui sasa kenye happen wakati wa kupeleka checks.
Nana
Ediva. Ay.
Na check
bonge la ma checks tukapeleka, and it was nice, feels good. Yeah, to give back to community, to empower community, feels good. Yeah.
Okay.
So then nikakuwa head of radio kuanzia hiyo mwaka sasa 2013.
Yes.
Mpaka nikapelekana. And you know, during that time when I became head of radio, Egesa FM ilikuwa station number 1. Ukiangalia CAF report, any other report inatokea. Egesa FM station number 1 kutangaza kwa lugha ya Ekegusi masaa 24.
South Nyanza was just you.
Sisi.
Just you.
Wewe unasema top 20 listen to nationally. Egesa iko hapo. Sasa hujajua Egesa ni international. Diva tuko hapo. Yes, Minnesota, Massachusetts, Boston, Texas, si wapi Egesa tunapiga kabisa.
You've done a lot of work.
A lot of work. Yes. To give back to community, we have done quite a lot. Tumesupport mahospitali kwa station yangu ya Egesa. Tumejenga shule, tumejenga makanisa mingi sana. Kisii Egesa FM imefanya. Sasa ukikuja kwa empowering community in terms of educating our people and informing them, we have done quite a lot of campaigns. We have done campaigns on reproductive health. Tumefanya mambo ya maternal deaths, kufundisha wamama jinsi ya kufanya family planning, kujiangalia vizuri kama uko mjamzito, ensuring you deliver in hospital. Hizo zote tumefanya. FGM tumefanya mambo ya female genital mutilation. Kisii bado iko, siku hizi tumemedicalize sasa. And we still continue to do a lot of campaigns to educate our people on the risks. So we have done quite a lot kwa mambo ya FGM. Na pia sasa kuna mambo ya land Kisii, mambo ya shamba imekuwa mbaya sana, na nilianza kipindi ambapo nilikuwa najaribu kuunganisha watu kwa mambo ya shamba. Kwa sababu Cynthia, Kisii you will find a person died and has not been buried for 5 years
because there are issues with
land. Of succession, mambo ya land. So to educate our people on succession matters, and when you are buying land, you know, following due procedure, na mambo kama hayo. Under my leadership also we have done that a lot. Na pia mambo ya kulea watoto wetu, family life, we have done a lot on teenage pregnancies also. Na pia to empower Omogusi to continue taking their children to school, because as a community Wakisii ni watu wanapenda masomo
sana.
Education tunapenda sana. So we have continued to just inform our people and to encourage them to take their children to school. The girl child is also doing well in Kisii, and I'm so proud because parents were embrace taking their girls to school.
And now people do not know that while you were heading the biggest station in South Nyanza, you were struggling with something.
I have struggled with a lot in my career. I've struggled with a lot. First, you know, we have we are in traditional media, and then came new media. I begin with that, then came new media. That is the digital, our social platforms, where we have managed to network and to be together despite the distance. We have brought our people together through social media. And the first one that was so powerful was Facebook, and still is. Then the Instagrams came, the Twitters, the TikToks, you know, and we continue to network through social platforms. And when that happened, we were able to recruit a lot of listeners from across the world. We have very many Kenyans in the Gulf region, the Middle East, our people who go to seek for greener pastures there. They are able to tune into our stations through our digital platform. Now we have the Citizen Digital, where you can find all our Royal Media stations wherever you are and you are able to tune. And before that came, we were on the internet on www. If it is Egesa FM, egesafm.co.ke, and then you are able to tune in. And then when social media came, now people who used to hear your voice on radio now are able to see you, because you can do your live show on Facebook, Egesa FM page, or you can even take pictures and post, so people are able to relate. And then, at this time, there are those people who will like you, and then there are those people who don't like you, and then a lot of cyberbullying happened. A lot of cyberbullying happened. I can speak as a victim. I have gone through a lot of cyberbullying, but I thank God for the strength that He gave me, even during the time when people could bully me so hard.
You would wake up one morning and you sing a story about Nana. You're wondering?
Yes.
How?
Every time. It reached a point where even people can write letters to the office, to my seniors, to say things. And then, because my seniors know who I am and they know what I can do, what I'm capable of doing. Yeah, they could be like, Nana, mti kama hauna matunda watu hawatarusha mawe. So that kept me going, and then I have people I could talk to, to encourage me. Our human resource department has been quite helpful when it comes to such matters, and also our seniors at work, they are really supportive. So I went through that period even with my and let me tell you, Cynthia, another thing. Sometimes even the people you eat with from the same plate are the ones who stab you in the back. And I was like, if you think doing that really makes you happy, let me tell you, my God is a God that you can never beat. And that's how I overcame it. It reached a point where people someone can even write to your husband, Cynthia, to even tell lies about you. You understand? Yes. People can even come up with a story to say even your children are not yours. You can even tell your husband your children are not yours. Things people do out here. Cyberbullying is real, let me tell you. But I was so strong, and I know myself. Cynthia, hakuna kitu mzuri kama unajijua. Unajijua, najua mimi Nana. Mimi najijua, I stand for this. Na niko hivi. Cynthia, hata utengeneze story gani. Utanishtua, hakuna. And I went through it, and people could write bad things, my pictures. I think even now, if you go to search on Facebook or anywhere, you will see so many stories about Nana.
I think you became a topic on some blogs.
Yes.
There were Facebook pages dedicated to you.
Yes.
Just to mudslinging you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It happened, and I continued to do my job. And Egesa continued to be the #1 station, favorite station, Wakisi walipenda.
Wako busy huku.
Yes, and you know what kept me going? Now when we go to the village, when we have our on-ground activities, imagine older women, Nana, this is you. Oh my God, may God bless you. You do a wonderful job. You talk about issues affecting community. You articulate the issues very well. You have done so well. You have helped the community. Nana, may God bless you. And I say amen. And I tap the blessings. Every time I go to the village, people are so happy. People are encouraging you for good job. Cynthia, will Facebook even threaten you? Will things people say on Facebook threaten you? Mumama ambaye mimi nimeinspire huko Nyamondo South Mugirango, huko Kitutu Masaba kwetu, huko Kitutu Chache, wapi ule mama anasikiza Egesa na anasema Nana amefanya kipindi mzuri. Huyo mama yuko Facebook, Cynthia, na ameguzwa. Nimemwambia wacha kupeleka watoto wetu wasichana kuwapasha tohara. Wacha. Na huyo mama amesema Nana uliongea about hizo risks paka mimi hata wajukuu wangu sitaki wafanye nini? Wapelekwe FGM. Cynthia, huyu mama na huyu mtu ana control Facebook. Ni nani ako na weight?
Mama ako na weight.
Kwa sababu you have inspired, you have impacted community in a positive way. And that is what kept me going. When I meet young girls who say, Nana, you are my role model. You know how that feels. It's good. Huyu mtoto hayuko Facebook. So I said, let the ones on social media continue making their noise, continue doing what they do, because some of them are even fake accounts. Some of them are even people who maybe are jealous of you. Some of them are people who have lost in life. They are losers, maybe. They have tried to do things and they have not managed to do. They have lost maybe because they are not doing right things, or I don't know how I can put it. And then they see you are successful and progressing well, and then they start doing that.
Unajua Nana ulikuwa umekuja na sasa umemaliza kukuja.
Yes.
Umekuja hivi unakaa ni kama unataka kukua governor yawa.
Nitakuwa wacha nikwambie Cynthia, mimi from the day nilianza kukua mtangazaji na nimeona vile life yangu imesonga kutoka ile siku nilikuwa nauza kwa ile duka ya Muhindi. Nipatie sabuni, sukari kilo unafanya hesabu kama umefanya mbaya, Muhindi anakuja anapiga kelele, and then God lifted me from there and brought me here, and he has lifted me again and brought me to where I am, Cynthia. There is nothing that is impossible. Yeah, God can make everything possible as long as you believe in him, and then you have that urge and then you go for it. God can make it. Na mimi nakwambia siku moja utaambia watu mimi najua governor wa Nyamira, wacha nimpigie simu. Na ukinipigia hivi nasema modo. Yeah. So mi najua, unajua hata uliona huyu jamaa wa kukimbia Ineos alisema aje?
Your dreams are valid.
Yes.
What else?
No human is limited.
Thank you.
Yes. Hakuna mtu wako limited. You can make what you want and you can become that person. Mungu tu, bora Mungu mbele. It can happen.
Please, you have had it here first.
Yes.
Governor in waiting.
Yes.
As we say, nakumbuka the other person who kept saying the same thing was Jalas.
Yes.
Ghafla bin vu.
Yeah, na ikakuwa. What you confess with thy mouth shall come to pass. As long as you believe and then you work towards that in a positive way, you will get it. Mimi najua tu siku moja. Na unajua hiyo kitu ilianza tu kimchezo pale studioni. Sasa watu wakipiga simu Egesa, waiting governor. Sasa mimi nimewait miaka yote. Na nina wait tu.
Your time is coming.
Yes, my time is coming. Yes.
It is coming.
Yeah.
Tukakaka kidogo. Head of radio, Ghafla bin vu, our Charles has stepped out.
Yes.
Nana.
God opened another door.
Explain.
Yes. So nimekuwa head of radio Egesa miaka 10. Ni kama 11 kitu kama hiyo. Yes. And then vacancy katokea when our programs manager, the Rift and Nyanza cluster moved on to do greater things again to serve community, and then hiyo position ika fall vacant ya programs manager Nyanza Rift cluster. So nikasema mara ya kwanza unajua niliwahi apply job ya cluster tena. Nikafanyishwa interview lakini sikupata. Mimi nikasema tu anyway, maybe sijafika hiyo kiwango, lakini wameona. Si nimestamp authority yangu hapo. So nikaendelea tu na kazi yangu ya head of radio, and then sasa vile hii ilitokea, my friend, mimi nikasema nitajaza. Nikafanya hiyo application, and then you don't know, people kept on telling me here, my colleagues, Nana, did you apply for that job? And I don't understand how my colleagues, like 90% of people close to me in RMS, everyone asked me kama nime apply job ya cluster.
It was obvious, we could see it.
Yes. Everyone kept asking, Nana, ume apply? Nana, did you apply that job? Hata watu wa technical huko, Nana, uli apply ile job? Huko kamera marafiki zangu, Nana, uli apply hiyo job? Tuliona hiyo intern, did you apply? I was like, yes, I did. But you know, I applied because I felt, yeah, it's time for me to move higher. Yes. But I said, Mungu akipenda, nitafanya. Akisema ngoja, ni wakati wake haujafika. I have learned also to listen to the voice of God. Yes. I will tell you why. So, I applied, and then, yeah, I went for the interview. Na hata ukiona vile nilidress for that interview, hata sikupiga luku sana, imagine, Cynthia. I was like, it's okay. So I just went. May not. So niliulizwa hapo maswali, kuna director mmoja aliniweka hapo. Maswali. Yes, how do you manage people? You know, now you've been dealing with one community, you know, now you are going to deal with plenty more. And remember, their cultures and their tradition are not the same. You know, these are different cultures and people who have different beliefs and stuff. So I was like, nikajibu swali. So tukamaliza interview, tukakaa. Mimi hata akili yangu ikatoka huko. So people kept telling me, Nana, that job, Nana, I think you will get it. Nana, the way you work here, the way you do your things, that position, ngoja tu. And you know, true to their word, one day we had a meeting for heads of radios, and then our programs director was like, join me in congratulating. Everyone kept going, Nana. Pakata mimi nikasema,
Where he hadn't told you before?
No.
You serious?
Yes.
I just assumed you had already been told.
No. You were in that meeting?
Yes.
Siku hata nimejua.
So it was at the beginning of the year?
Yes.
Yeah, tumeitwa
sikuwa nimejua. Sikuwa nimejua.
As new, first of all, ishafanyika.
Imagine I didn't know. I didn't know. And that was it. Cynthia, let me tell you, me, I have seen the hand of God. My good Lord, the one I worship every day. Me, I've seen his hand. So that was it. I got my promotion. And then, yeah, my portfolio now
has
gone up. Yeah. So I'm handling how many stations? 3. Egesa FM, Ramogi FM, Chamge FM. I know those are big stations.
They're very big. Each of them is leading
in their own region.
Yes.
So that is it. Sasa nikaingia ofisi mpya. Pale nakaa mtu mungapi? Mmoja. Montoyo mo. Na unajua huko kwa ile ofisi nyingine tulikuwa tunakaa wengi. At least mnaweza ulizana, mnaweza piga story. Na unakumbuka Kenya boss alisema kwa ile meeting, Nana, you will be alone at the top.
But now you are at the top and you're in an office alone.
Yes.
No?
Now you know I'm alone at the top. In that office, I'm alone. But I thank God for the strength. I thank God for the knowledge and the wisdom that He has given me. Yeah, I have started pretty well. I'm proud of myself. The way I started, yes, I believe I'm destined for greatness.
Yes, you are.
So, 7 years ago, our son Wayne got an accident. He was riding a bicycle. He had gone to visit his friend. And then I was at work. I was in the studio. Cynthia, it was around mid-morning. I was doing a show in the studio. I was with my late colleague, the one who passed, and I kept on receiving calls, and then I was like, no, I will return the calls because it's a number I don't know, and I'm in the studio. Kumbe, it was the ambulance guys who were looking for me. My son had hit his head so hard on the cabro, and then he went into coma immediately, and we had to rescue him, like from the scene to the hospital. An ambulance was needed. So the people who were there where that accident happened called an ambulance, and they were able to rescue him, and we took him to the hospital where he was resuscitated because he had already passed out totally. And then he was admitted in ICU after he underwent head surgery. That was the I don't know what I can call that moment, but it was the trying time, the trying moment in my life, and our family, our young family, because remember, this child had gone to visit his friend, and his mom is the one who had really supported that he should go for a sleepover at his friend's place. And you know, we are mothers. Sometimes your child really wants to go, and dad is like, no, just let him go. He's been bored here. It was August holiday. So, you know, sometimes, Cynthia, when things happen, no one is in control. You can even have that child at home and something happens to them. So I have learned to accept and move on. It has been a journey, a tough journey that I have walked, or rather we have walked as a family with our son Wayne. So he was admitted in ICU, and then just the hand of God, again, I can say. God saw it fit to save him, and he saw it fit to bring him out of that ICU because he was in total coma. And when we were in HDU one day, he opened his eyes, and then that's how we progressed. And one day we were taken to the general ward, and one day the doctor said, no, we need to take Wayne home. So you know, Wayne was born a normal child who was going to school. You know Wayne? Yeah, I know Wayne. And you actually call him Baby Wayne. Yes, all the time. You actually even celebrated Wayne's birthday. Yes, I think most of those birthdays for the longest time. Yeah, and you know, now his life took a turn because now his speech disappeared. He couldn't talk. Mobility, he cannot walk. He cannot do things for himself. So you see, that was such a painful, hard time that we went through as a family. But we thank God for good friends that we have had over the years. We thank God for supportive family. We thank God for the nurses and the therapists and everyone who works tirelessly to ensure Wayne is taken care of.
Yes.
And we have worked with him this journey for 7 years now. He was not able to go back to school because he cannot walk, he cannot talk, he cannot do things for himself.
Yeah.
But he is there, we see him, and we thank God for just sparing his life and having him to be there with us. Although it has been a tough journey.
Yes, it has.
You know, people will see you out here looking all glammed up. People will see you out here
happy,
laughing
things,
with your face beat and looking good. Because again, Cynthia, you know, life is what you make out of it. So we learned to accept with my husband and Wayne's brother. And then, we said it's our Wayne, and we have to be there for him and to support him. And we have walked this journey together. You know, last year was another hard time for me because Wayne was to be in class 8.
Yes.
Sahi unajua Wayne angekuwa
form 1 sasa ndo tunaingia.
So unajua shule yenye Wayne angekuwa sahi. He was a chopi. He still is very smart. Even now in his condition, we chat. He can send me messages, he can send me pictures, we chat, you know, we catch up. He knows how to do it and he listens, he understands. He knows just that he cannot speak and just that he cannot do things for himself. So also last year was so hard for me because I saw people, you know, every time I see parents celebrating on TV, their kids have done so well. Cynthia, I cried all my tears. I was like, God, I have just missed this opportunity, but I thank you because you saved him. So that's how I moved on from that. And every time I see kids Wayne's age, I get very emotional, even in church, when kids are participating in church activities, anywhere. But I have learned to accept. It's very painful, but it is something you have to accept.
And it's a journey, because I feel like for every milestone any of his friends hit, you're reminded constantly.
Yeah. Like age mates wake and his friends wakifanya KCPE, it was so hard. Age mates wake, friends wake wakiwa church, wana participate kwa church activities. Ukiona parent mwenye mtoto wake alikuwa friend ya Wayne akimpost Facebook, it's hard. But God, the one we serve, has been very faithful to us and to me in particular. And I thank him for the strength. People say, Nana, you are so strong. I don't know what could have happened to me if it were me, if it were my child. I don't know. But God has been faithful.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, so you see, working, you know, rising the ranks, you know, with a sick child. There is a lot that is expected of you this side of work. And there is a lot that is going on in your personal life.
Other side.
Yes, with your emotions and everything. But this God gives you strength.
Yes, he does.
Yes, and that's how I am here, always very bubbly, very happy, very jovial, and there for you, my girls, and everyone who is my friend, they know, Nana is a vibe.
But aren't you not the vibe?
Yes, Nana is a vibe.
The party itself?
Yes, Nana is a vibe.
And then we got our Whitney.
Yes.
Which was the best part.
And you know, now I have 2 boys and one girl.
And we finished that story.
And that story is done. And you don't know something. I'm turning 40 soon.
Oh my God.
Nana at 40.
That's another party.
Yes.
Eish.
That's another party.
Ready.
Yes, Nana at 40.
You are not ready.
Yes.
But I honestly do hope 2 things. One, God gives you a lot more strength.
Yes, he does.
Every single day.
It does. Let me tell you what awewe sahi. There's something people say, Cynthia, I don't know how you manage it, but it is God. I'm turning 40. I have my 3 children.
Yes.
I have done my undergraduate. I finished. I'm pursuing my master's.
Yes.
I have done the head of Radio Beat. I'm done. I'm now doing the programs manager. I have achieved quite a lot that if I tell you, you will not believe it. But there is a lot of achievement that I've attained, and I'm so grateful to God. And I thank God for beautiful friends, you and so many other of my friends, you know them, and the people that we relate with and the relationships that we have in Raw Media Services. This is another company that I will write a book about and even say things that endless about this company, from the top management to the staff, the support system that we have at work with our programs director Freda Fune, with the human resource director Madam Rose, and the entire support system that we have here with our chair and the vice chair. Even when my son got an accident, they supported me.
Yes, they did.
That was a huge bill that we could not pay without the support that we received from our friends and even our places of work. And I'm so grateful to this company, and every time I wake up I'm so like, I need to go to work. Because if you don't appreciate where you work, and you appreciate the people that you work with, and you create good relationships, good rapports with people, you will not do your job the way you are expected to do. So I encourage people to just embrace what they do, embrace what you do, love what you do, and just see the positive. Cynthia, people see a lot of negativity.
But you have to be the one looking at the silver lining in everything.
Just see the positive. Hata kwa hii sako tu, kama hii dot moja ni black na ulitaka white, ignore it. See the bigger part. See the positive. There is more positive than negative. Always. But we pick to dwell more on negative and forget the positive.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Yes.
So Nana, in the next 5 years, other than governor, of course. I mean, that's obvious.
Governor. Yes.
I mean, I would say president, but let's just go with governor.
I will soon graduate with my master's.
Yes.
And of course, I am looking at taking my stations to greater heights.
Yes.
Unajua ukikuja ukipata pali mtu amefika, pia wewe take it a step
you take it to the next
further.
level.
And that's what I want to do. Nataka stations zangu 3 in the next 5 years zikuwe better than ziko sahi. And then of course as a person I need to grow more, and I continue thanking God for the strength. I see myself mbali sana in the 5 years to come. Of course na pia hiyo governor umesema na Mungu atatujalia.
Inshallah.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking time to sit with us. I did not know how we were going to pull through that interview. I will not lie to you, but I thank God that we have.
Yeah, we have. Yes, and you know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. It is. I would like to encourage our people to embrace this time. I know we go through a lot, including myself, you see, with that sick child and everything that is happening around me. It's an everyday thing. We have a lot that is happening. We should not give up so quickly in life. Instead, let us just hang in there, you know, seek help where we can. Talk to your friends. Naweka post Facebook naambia watu mko wapi tukam, you know, vitu zile zinakufurahisha. Do them, the things that make you happy. Dwell on the positive. If you have a problem, share. Open, talk to people who can help you. Tusikwe tunakuwa watu ambao tuna give up so fast kwa maisha, and then we end up doing things that we regret later. So Mental Health Awareness Month ni May. Tuongee pamoja, tusaidiane ili tuweze kuendelea mbele.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now I cannot add anything else, because I feel like she said everything that is necessary. Do take care of yourself, especially mentally. Have a good support system around you, and there is absolutely nothing that you cannot do. This has been Behind the Mic with me, Cynthia Mwangi, and of course Nancy Kwamboka AKA Nana Ediva. The Diva.
Yes.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Asante.